Hello, hello, hi, folks. Welcome. Happy Tuesday. In hopes that you squeezed more out of your day than the day squeezed out of you. Welcome. Good to see you. I waited a few minutes to see if I can improve on my voice and my nose and everything, and the answer was a no. I'm pretty stuffed up, folks, from last night too. Today, there has been new developments, and I am really stuffed up. But I don't know. I've gone probably through a roll and a half. Probably this is too much information, but anyway, put cream on my, you know. Anyway, but like this stuff, body butter. I don't know if you can see that. Body butter. Oh my god, dude! I live by this thing. This thing is amazing. Anyway, I digress. Let's get into tonight's story. So this is not my story, but I read this story, and some of you are starting to send me stuff that you want me to talk about in my lives, which I love. So shout out to PK for sending me this story, and I'm gonna kind of give it my way and give you some feedback from it. Really simple story, but such a powerful story. So thanks, PK, for sharing it with me. A guy hires a plumber. Sorry, guys, my nose. A guy hires a plumber. There's a leak. He gets in there, fixes the problem, 20 minutes long, and then tells the guy's $200. The guy says, "Gosh, I mean, you just spent like just 20 minutes. How come it's so expensive, like $200?" Excuse me. And he says, this is a punchline, folks. I want you to pay real good attention here. He says, "I am not paid for my time. I am paid to identify the leak, where it's coming from, and know how to fix it." Let me repeat that again. He says, "Listen, I don't bill for my time. I don't charge per hour. I come in here, I identify the problem, I identify where the leak is coming from, and I got to have the expertise to fix it. That's what I bill you for, not my time." I'm going to let that marinate for a second. How does that translate in today's world, right? That in Los Angeles and California, gas prices have hit $7, $6.95 a gallon. In Orange County, where I live, gas prices $6.59. Okay, so how does that story translate into like today's world, right? Or just let me share this with you. So, and I've talked about this in other lives before. What happens is this: you can identify small problems. Like I have had, I've shared this before. I've had 35 jobs in 10 different industries. Now, most of my time has been in the mortgage industry, right? But I've had 35 jobs in 10 different industries. My first job was, I was 15 and I worked at a gas station. And since I wasn't 18 and I couldn't handle money, and this is back in the late 80s, obviously. I'm dating myself, which I have no problem with, you know what I mean? So that was my first job, right? And I believe my hourly pay was $250, I want to say. $250 or $275 at a gas station. So what did I do? I just cleaned the station. I mopped the floor. I cleaned the outside station. I made sure the pumps are clean. Back then, it wasn't like this, obviously. It was a whole different system. I'm not going to get into that system because it won't make sense for most people. But, so yeah, I was getting paid $2.50. And the reason why I was getting paid so little is because it was an easy job. Like, I wasn't solving any problems. I wasn't solving... What is up with that engine? This guy. I wasn't solving any problems. I wasn't solving like world hunger. You know what I mean? I was just cleaning the pump. Like, just like, my goodness. He's either stuck at a red light or you can't go. So all that could have been easily replaced by some other guy, by some other 15-year-old guy that could come in and clean the pumps, right? Simple. Now, from then on, I moved on to other jobs, right? I've had some really good high positions, and I've had some not so high positions. I've owned my own company before. I've lost it. These are stories that I have shared before. So I've learned a lot, right? But the thing is, if you're doing small things and you're not really solving like problems, you're gonna be replaced pretty quickly, especially in this day and age. When you go to McDonald's and when you go to a fast food place, I don't know what's going on in other states, but this is happening in a lot of states. You go in and they have eliminated the cashiers. There's only like one or two ever. They've replaced the cashiers by kiosks where you can go in, put in your card, order what you want, not even talk to a single soul, and just wait for your food to come out. That job of being a cashier is very easily replaceable, right? Some kiosk can do that. Think about that. A kiosk can do your job like a machine. A machine can do your job. That should sound really scary. They're working on they're working on robots that will do surgery. Hold on. Think about that for a second. There's going to be a day and age where you and I are going to need a surgery. We're going to go into that operating room, and instead of Dr. Schmidt, you got Dr. Robot operating on you. How do you feel about that? These things, when you solve small problems, you are going to get replaced. And here's the thing: small problems, small solutions, small paycheck, more bills than paycheck at the end of the month. That's what happens. Because when you do small things, your job is small, you're solving small little problems, you're flipping a hamburger, for example, versus maybe you're solving a problem on a construction site. They can't be paid the same. It's just not the same. They're not doing the same thing. Identifying the problem and knowing how to fix it is how you build wealth. That's how every invention works. How do you think inventions work? They find a problem, and then they find a solution to that problem, and it takes care of itself because the solution is going to take care of a lot of people's same problem because it's the same solution, right? Does that make sense? So in this day and age, especially for 2 years ago, right? So many things, so many people we found out that are replaceable, that we never thought they were replaceable, right? So you thought, okay, well, like for example, working from home, right? So many people work from home now, and now they don't want to go back to work, like to the office. Why? But 2 years ago, if you told them, dude, you got to work from home, they're like, oh man, I don't know about that, Now, especially now with gas prices and everything, everybody's like loves to stay home, right? So if you're doing small things, you're very easily replaceable. And when you are easily replaceable, you're not going to get paid a whole heck of a lot. because it's just not an important position. You're not, like I said, you're not solving bigger problems. Now, in this day and age where, things have changed, people have gone working from home, people have lost their jobs, right? That's a problem. Still, don't think people have gone to all their jobs back. They haven't. There's so many people without a job. And guess what? There's no more unemployment. There ain't no more. There's no more government checks. Like, none of that stuff is coming. There's no more loans, right? And yet the cost of living is going up every day. T-money is definitely one of a kind, right? So in a day and age where people are just like having, or they are looking for a solution to their problem, the problem being, well, I mean, things are changing. My job ain't gonna do it. Even if you have a job. I have a job. I have a great job, right? And I'm blessed. I finally, it's been a year and a half. I'm blessed at this position, or a couple years or something. I'm blessed, right? But I know that's not enough. That's not going to do it anymore. And if you find a solution to the problem, and the problem be, well, this is the problem where most people are thinking, well, how can I generate some kind of an extra income by doing things online? Income online stream. Okay, now you rearrange them. And a lot of people are scratching their head. See, it's not about the time you spend anymore. It's not about the 8 hours you spend at your job anymore. Because you get 8 hours spent at your job. Again, go back to the plumber. It's not about the time that you spend. That's why it's not enough money to go with it. The reason is two things: identifying the problem and knowing how to solve it. The bigger the problem, the more skills and expertise it takes for you to solve that problem. Therefore, it raises your value in the marketplace. Therefore, you're able to get paid more. Does that make sense? And that's the truth. You've got to think like that. If you don't, you're naive. I'm sorry, but you are. This is reality. Things are changing. People are doing that. Right? And plans don't count, money. Right? So the problem is people are looking. Now, the other problem is you may be knocking on the wrong door. You may be knocking on a door where they ain't looking. You know what I mean? But that doesn't mean next door ain't. Yeah, dude, I feel really, really sick. So I'm going to do my live, answer my chats, my messages, and I'm going to knock myself out because I am stuffed up to my brain. And yeah, I got the whole shaking fever and all that stuff. But yeah, so you gotta be able to solve a problem, and the bigger the problem, and the more of that problem you solve, the more revenue it's going to generate. Like I said, inventions, right? So with that being said, I think this was such a great actually little story that like I gave a shout out to PK for sharing it with me. But I think that's so awesome because, you don't think about that stuff. The plumber comes in, like even a dentist. Have you thought of, okay, here's another example. I was going to wrap it up, but you know me. A dentist, right? You can have a dentist, you go in and he pulls out a tooth and you're done like in, 15 minutes, and then he charges you like $300. And you're like, dude, what the heck? You just spent like 15 minutes on me and you're spending like you're charging me $300? And the answer is not, I didn't charge you for 15 minutes. I charge you because I'm a dentist. You can't get a plumber to pull that tooth out. Well, maybe you could. not very nice, right? So it takes expertise. You got to know the nerves. You got to, dude, it's not like, right? So that's what it takes. That's another example. It's not, sorry, you're not getting paid for time. You're getting paid for knowledge, for expertise, for being, excuse me, being able to identify the problem and solve the solution. Here's the problem. Problem is people want to make some extra money online. And the problem is it's saturated. They don't know what to do. All these old models that share with you, like recruit and recruit some more and get this person to do this and get that person to bring two and two bring, well, two. That is outdated. It does not work anymore. That's a problem, right? So the solution is, look, the solution, yeah, the solution, my plumber too, the solution would be better than before, right? I talked about this in another live. If they asked Henry Ford, he said, if I ask people what they want, they would say faster horses because they wouldn't even know to think of a car, right? I love that quote. And it applies so many different places. And here's the same thing. I'm going to share this with you. You may be somebody, one of those guys that you knock on the door and you are looking for a way to make some extra money online, create an online income stream. Online income stream. When I say online, you got to really think about this. This is a big word, okay? Because like 25 years ago, there was no online, okay? So let's say I say online. Online means wherever there is internet, okay? So where is internet? It's not like at your home in your bedroom. You can get internet in at the ocean. You can get internet in the air. So when I say online income stream, it means wherever you have internet. Like take it with you to the toilet if you want. I don't care, right? That's an online income stream. Like you can run it on your phone anywhere where there's internet. Do you get that? Like you don't have to clock in, go to work, and even sit at home behind. Do you get that? Like that is so huge. We never had those things 25 years ago, 20 years ago. There's no such thing. You had to get up, get dressed, go to work, do your thing, come back, sit in the traffic, do whatever it is. You had to do that. There's no other way to do it any other way. Until that was a problem. Until they came up with some solutions. And these solutions have changed and evolved over the years. And the old models don't work no more as well. And that's the truth. So you can have literally, back in the day they used to say, oh, if you want to be rich, I remember this. If you want to be rich, you have to have multiple businesses. I don't know if you guys remember that or not. You got to have multiple businesses. Well, back in the day, how the heck are you going to have like 4 businesses 20 years ago? No internet, no this, no that. Like you couldn't do crap. Today you can have 10 businesses. 5 of them could be online. You could have a t-shirt site. You could have a pants site. You could have a cup site. You could have whatever. You could sell crap on Etsy. You could do all kinds of stuff. You feel me? It doesn't have to be what I do. It's just all kinds of stuff. I had a customer a while back. I remember she would sell ribbons and was making over 10 G's a month. Ribbons. Online. Literally. I never forget that story. Okay? Dude, people are doing that. People are looking for a way to have some kind of a way to make some money where there's internet. Like, wherever they can take their phone, run the business on their phone, wherever there's internet, in the ocean, in the air, anywhere, right? People are looking for that. We have the solution for that. We have a platform where we do just that. But here's the big difference. We don't have a recruiting model. We don't. We do not. Because you know how most businesses are run? Let me tell you something. This is how most businesses are run. I don't care if you're a drug dealer. I don't care if you're a restaurant owner. I don't care if you're a mechanic. I don't care if you're a lawyer. I don't care if you're, I don't know, in the entertainment business. I don't care what you do. This is how business is run. Customers. You gotta have a customer. If you don't have no customers, you can't have a business. I mean, it's just simple. I don't care what you do. You could be counseling. You could be a translator. You could be whatever. If you don't have a customer, you don't have a business. It's not about, oh, I don't have a customer, but let me bring somebody in to do exactly the same. Let me hire another agent. It's like, why? You don't even have one customer. Do you get that? That's the old model. Keep bringing people in, and yet you have like no customers. You know, so tomorrow Joe leaves, you're done. Because you have no customers. That's how business works. McDonald's, you know how McDonald's works? It's not about the number of employees. Who cares? A porn site operator, you got to have customers. You want to be, if you're like, I'm sorry, but if you're, you know, Team Money, come on, right? You got to have a customer. So the old model is it just, you know, not very effective anymore because that's not how people do it anymore. People sometimes don't want to talk about the business. They don't want to recruit, but they're excited about the stuff they use. That's it. You go to Walmart, you go to Target, you go to whatever, you buy something, you like it, you're excited. You don't tell somebody, go to work for Target. How dumb is that? Like seriously, if you go to Target, you buy something, you like it, you call your friend, you're like, dude, I bought this thing from Target, you got to go work there. It's like, what? How dumb does that sound? Stop recruiting people. You know what I mean? Hey, some people are wanting to do this, great. But most people just want to talk about what they use. Customers, that's what we have. We have that model. You don't have to go get a job at Target. You don't. All you want to do, if you like, you can go to Target and buy it. That's what it comes down to. Right? I mean, that sounds so simple, right? Like yeah, of course it's that way. It's like so common sense. But yet, never thought about that, right? I know. I wanted to say something else, but I've been holding my tongue. Because I had this, okay, truth comes out. Confession time. I had this conversation with a friend of mine, and, you know, some of my friends knock down what I do, and I'm truthful about my stuff, man. So, and, you know, we were talking about this whole customer thing. Dude, I'm going to say it. If you want to be a prostitute, how are you going to be a prostitute if you have no customers? Seriously, just anything is customer oriented, right? And I'm sorry I said that, but that's based on Team Money, right? But it's all about having customers. And people are buying online. Aren't you buying online? Aren't you buying online? I am so lazy to go to the store these days. I swear to, like, if there's something on eBay that I can like buy, I just like, oh man, or Amazon, I'm all over it. Literally all, dude. Okay, some of you know this, some of you don't, but I am a huge Big Blue fan, like Big Blue pen fan. Like this is my pen, and I never go to another pen until I finish the whole pen. I know this is crazy, right? So every time I finish it, I'm done with it. I get excited to get another pen, right? Same pen. So these are always, I get them from Target, like always. This is my thing, right? This and my notebook. I always get them from Target, right? So No more, man. I ordered online. Like, why would I even get in my car, go to Target, where I can get it for shipped for free, like in next day? It's not gonna kill me. I just wait an extra day. My notebook and my like pen, right? So I don't go to the store like as much as I can. I avoid it. That's me. Now you may be going to the store for everything you want, and that's great. Keep doing that. But most people aren't. Retail is going down. People are buying online. And if you don't grab a portion of that business, 3, 5 years from today, you are going to kick yourself. I'm just telling you like it is. It's the truth. You got to grab a hold of that. Just a little tiny bit, you know? Create that. We have that platform, customer-based model. No recruiting. You don't have to go get a job at Target just because you like their shampoo. Seriously, like how dumb does that sound, right? So, with that being said, I think I killed that. By the way, I'm ready to head the bed, head the sack. If you're somebody who's like, that sounds pretty cool. Like I want to find out what the heck is this guy up to, and how, yeah, maybe I could get some information, right? If you're that person, if you're kind of scratching your head, you're thinking, hey, this is a good solution to a problem that a lot of people have, and all I have to do is spread that across, and that creates a momentum in my life. If that's somebody like you, then you want to throw me a note, say, hey, listen, I want some info. I'd like to find out what the heck it is you're doing that you're so excited about. And I'll share some info with you, right? Again, online income stream. Don't take that lightly. Don't take that lightly. Those of us who know there was no other way to make an income by just having to go to work, this is huge, folks, right? That's huge. To have an online income stream. I don't care if you're a surgeon. Why wouldn't you have an online, something in your pocket where it vibrates and you're like, oh yeah, I got another customer? What? Why would you not have that? Like seriously, think about that. Anyway, I beat that to death. I have been doing that lately. I've been beating my points to death. Maybe I should stop. But you get the feel, right? So anyway, I hope you got some love. Maybe just like a spark, you know, and it got you excited. It got you thinking. It got you inspired. You know, you got some value out of it. You want information? Like I said, drop info on the in below, or send me a chat, text. You know, my cell number is on Facebook. But yeah, if you want info, just ask for it, and you shall receive. With that, if you got some value, hey, this may not be for you, by the way. This may you may laugh at this and chuckle at this, and you say, you know, it's not for me. He's I don't know, but it may be for somebody you know. And you would do them a disservice if you don't tag them to this, or at least share this with them. Because, hey, it may not be for you, but it may be for somebody you know. And do them a favor and share this, tag them to this. Spread the love. I appreciate you guys. Remember, if you don't share, well, let's do it the other way. If you share, you show that you care. Until tomorrow, when we do it all over again. Much love.